Sequels. New Halo, new Crysis, and maybe new Super Mario all making headlines this week. Valve adds fuel to the fire with hints that the Seattle-based studio really is developing its own hardware, and BioWare has a spot of bad luck when it comes to Mass Effect 3. Prepare to die, Dark Souls is headed to PC, voice support is added to Skyrim, Max Payne is in your pocket, Notch's new game is intriguing to say the least, and Capcom proves it hasn't forgotten about DMC, all in this week's edition of Player Attack. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. It's been a big week for sequels with announcements, leaks and rumours flying all over the place. Firstly, some concrete information about Halo 4, which has been hanging around in development at 343 Industries. Until now, we haven't really heard too much about the game, but we can now confirm a few interesting bits and pieces about the return of Master Chief. The developer has revealed that it will be focusing pretty heavily on the game's multiplayer component, introducing 2 new modes, including one which promises new 4-person co-op missions updated every week for free. The single-player mode is still a little hazy, but it's important to note that artificial intelligence in the Haloverse is only designed to live for around 7 years, and with Halo 4 based 4 years after the events of Halo 3, Cortana is looking a little worse for wear. While Master Chief is dealing with that, the Covenant are back and an all-new enemy is also set to make itself known. We're anticipating plenty more information about Halo 4 to come out of E3 in a couple of months, but at this stage we can also confirm that trip-hop pioneer Neil Davidge from Massive Attack has stepped up to contribute the orchestral score for the game. Now, get ready to act surprised when EA makes its next big announcement. Crytek is currently working on Crysis 3, completing the trilogy it started back in 2007. You're not meant to know that yet, but some clever sausage accidentally uploaded the game's information to EA's Origin service, meaning that cat is well and truly out of the bag and carrying an impressive-looking compound bow. When questioned over the matter, EA took a deep breath and admitted that the best-kept secret in shooters just can't be contained. From a leak to a rumour, Nintendo has registered SuperMario4.com this week, adding fuel to the fire that the promised 2D game for 3DS is a return to the plumber's roots. The URL currently redirects to the official Nintendo website, meaning gamers aren't sure if this is just a preemptive strike, a way of preventing cyber squatters, or a sign of things to come. Now, speaking of rumours and signs of things to come, Valve is currently looking for an electronics engineer. According to the job posting, for years Valve has been all about writing software that provides great gameplay experiences. Now it seems it's time that the company started developing the hardware to enhance those experiences. Jerry Ellsworth, herself an electrical engineer, explains the position is for a research and development dream team at Valve, which suggests the big hardware shift may still be a little while off. When it gets here though, the company promises something more compelling than Me Too mice and gamepads, so perhaps we'll get to experience Half-Life 3 the way it was really meant to be, when it's done. Just when you thought people were starting to get over that whole Mass Effect 3 thing, BioWare turns around and announces a DLC pack offering further clarity to the events which close the action RPG trilogy. Asserting that this is not a new ending for the game, executive producer Casey Hudson explains that the team has reprioritised its post-launch development efforts to give fans more closure. The team also reprioritised its post-launch efforts to rush a new patch out for the game on Xbox 360 to give gamers the opportunity to import your custom Shepherd's face into the game. Sounds all well and good, but apparently fixing one bug has introduced a new one, so while you do get your unique Shepherd, you can't play with them because the game crashes. And while all that is going on, the Better Business Bureau has gotten involved, believing that BioWare technically falsely advertised the game and the ability to shape your experience throughout the Mass Effect trilogy. Rather than awarding any official penalty, the Bureau has taken this opportunity to remind companies to give careful consideration to how they word their advertising. And it seems that you really can't please all the gamers all the time. While fans across the world are thrilled to hear that Dark Souls is making it to PC, the frighteningly titled Prepare to Die edition is ruffling a few feathers. The reason for the upset? Games for Windows Live, which gamers describe as unpopular, difficult to use, inconvenient, and downright unpleasant. An online petition has been started in an effort to convince Namco Bandai to change its plans. Something that has everybody talking, literally, is the news from Microsoft and Bethesda about an upcoming Xbox 360 update for The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Due out later this month, the free update introduces Kinect-enabled voice commands.
With Kinect, your entire repertoire of shouts is available without opening a menu.
T. Vus Ro. Is Lanus. Yol Torshul.
Introducing more than 200 voice commands, the new update will add an extra dimension to the game, including quick load, quick save, menu access, and special map functions alongside the ever-popular dragon shouts. Onto something completely different, Max Payne 3 is getting closer to a console release, with the game given an MA15+ rating in Australia. If you can't wait until May for your Max fix though, Rockstar has come through with the goods, re-releasing the original game for iOS. It's available now through the App Store for around $3, and it'll work on everything from an iPod Touch 4 right up to the new iPad. If you're an Android fan, don't stress, your version is due to launch on April 26. Last week, Notch, the guy who created Minecraft, announced his new game, OX10C. Described as something a bit different, an interstellar subscription-based game which will see fully functioning 16-bit CPUs running inside each spaceship, the team at Mojang is listening to what the fans want. First thing crossed off the list, Notch's concept of hard science fiction, which has now been scrapped in favour of fun gameplay. It's early days yet, and the first look concept screenshots are pretty dark, except for that gorgeous Commodore-inspired boot screen, but gamers and programmers around the world are biting their nails in anticipation. And finally this week, a whole bunch of news has spilled forth from Capcom's annual Captivate event, but the highlight for us was this new trailer for DMC, Devil May Cry, which has somewhat divided the fanbase. It's been a while since we've heard what's going on with Dante's next outing, actually a prequel to the series, but this trailer has done a pretty good job of filling us in, including the important details about what our hero wears to bed.
The whole world is looking for you. Every camera, on every street corner, every police force in the country and worldwide.
Demon scum.
Picked a bad day for a hangover.
Missed.
But we will find you. We will destroy you. It's only a matter of time.
DMC, Devil May Cry, is currently in the works at UK-based Ninja Theory and is due to hit PS3 and Xbox 360 a little later in 2012. For the full version of those trailers, or for more information on any of these stories, head to playerattack.com. I'm Jessica Citizen. See you next week.